J-Dog back for another goddamn interview. And today we got fucking Wood-Dawg of
In
the
the house.
of the unholy cult.
That's right.
Woody? It says the unholy cult.
That's right.
It says Bob Vigna, Ross Dolan, and the Wood-Dawgs in there, right?
Right. That's right.
And then he makes his appearance on the Evisceration Plague DVD. How'd you get called in that? Cannibal Corpse.
Well, I actually did not even want to do it.
Said, fuck you, Cannibal. I'm too good for you.
They sent the lady that was doing the whole working with the band to BB King's in New York City, and it was prearranged. You know, they emailed me, said they were coming, and then I was like, "Hey, Bob Ross, you know, this woman's here to do your interview," and he's like, "Oh, you got to do it with us." I was like, "No, why?" I said, "Nobody gives a fuck if I'm in their fucking DVD," you know. They're like, "Well, you know them." I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't mean they want me on their fucking DVD." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just wouldn't stop. So I was like, all right, I'll fucking do it. You know. So I'm sitting there in between them, you know, on that video. So I mean, it went over pretty cool.
Well, you knew all the guys. I forget which year. Maybe this was like 10 years ago or so. I heard he passed away now, though. Paul's dad was at one of the Cleveland shows.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember you came up to me, you go, yeah, Paul's dad's here. I'm like, really? I was like, does he even like death metal? He's like, bet he likes Cannibal.
That's right. Well, I mean, they're from Buffalo, so anytime they play Cleveland, they have a ton of people coming down from Buffalo.
Oh, like family members and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like right after that, the little video we did, I just emailed Alex. I said, hey man, just so you know, it wasn't my idea to be in the interview, but Bob and Ross would not fucking take no for an answer. Yeah. So they're like, oh no, it's cool. I was like, I just want you to know, it wasn't me just trying to shoehorn my way in on the fucking Cannibal DVD, you know?
Yeah.
Like most people would do.
Yeah, Lord Metal, right?
That's right. That's right. But yeah, it was funny. They were like, well, you know the guys. I'm like, yeah, it does not mean they want me in your interview. They're here to interview you, not me.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck who I am. So.
Yeah. Well, that's...
Because people were probably like, who the fuck's this guy? He's not immolation.
Well, actually,
that's probably what I would have said.
Some of the regular comments are going to know, too, because I even said it. I was like, yeah, that's how I got the Ross Dolan interview. Because you contacted Ross.
You were late for.
Well, but dude, he was
waiting on you.
That's a little unfair.
Like, I said, where's the dog at, man?
He said 1 o'clock. I get a text at 12:45. I was like, well, I'm on my fucking way, and I'm trying to navigate through this shit parking. And not to mention, no one's ever done that. I'm hounding their asses down. They're never early looking for me.
Well,
where's he at?
I was there. He was like, where's Justin?
But he just said it was going to be on Saturday or whatever. And I said, okay, show starts at 1. Oh, okay. I didn't think he's showing up literally outside. I figured it's sometime during Saturday.
No, he had an early pause. He was like 30 minutes. Or he said 15.
Yeah.
First time for everything.
Yeah,
man.
well, there is. But I'm just saying, we'll see if anyone else can top that. Think Sacred Rake's going to beat that?
Probably not. Probably not.
We'll see if I get
They smoke weed, man. They ain't showing up on time.
So all these guys. So you've toured with like Mortician,
Yep.
Krisiun,
Slayer.
Out of all of them,
Testament.
Who did you enjoy touring with the most?
Actually, almost all of the tours were fun. You know, there wasn't hardly. I was able to kind of pick and choose what I wanted to do, who I wanted to go out with. So, I mean, I didn't even care a lot of times if I like, because you're there. It's a job, so I'm there to make money first. Yeah. And if it's a band I like, cool. You know, I'll get to watch them every night. You know, maybe one of the couple of the high points was the Metal Masters tour. That was pretty cool. That was Judas Priest, Heaven and Hell with Ronnie James Dio singing, Motorhead, and Testament.
So you got to meet like Dio and all that?
Saw him every day.
Well,
Lemmy every day. Like,
well, it's funny because you say, because I asked, like, for example, when Midnight was doing that tour with, it was with the Merciful Fate tour.
Yep.
And went to the Detroit show, and after I was like, yeah, I'll put you on the list. I'm like, cool. I was like, by the way, if nudge, not that, I mean, if I can meet King Diamond, get a scribble, maybe a hey, what's up, dog, on video, that'd be cool too. He's like, well, dude, I don't see him. Like, what do you mean you don't see him out there with him? It's not like I'm just hanging out with him backstage. He's like, he's off, I don't know where. I'm like, you're saying you were hanging out with fucking Dio. He
was rare though. I mean, he's really cool. Like when I went out with Kitty, we had a day off and we went to the Trocadero to see Dio.
Oh, so you worked with that big, huge girl band, Kitty, as well?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That had been a canoe-ass.
That was like being on tour with 4 girlfriends at the same time, all wanting different shit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were fine to work with, and a lot of times if it got too bad, I would just talk to their dad, and he would take
Their
care of
dad?
them.
Is that what? Oh, how old were those
Their
girls?
parents managed them.
How old were they? I know nothing about them other than it's just music I'm not into.
Maybe in their 20s at that point.
Okay.
Mid-20s, late 20s.
Now, when you go to the show, it had to have been a complete fucking, definitely nobody in there listened to fucking Repulsion for sure.
A kitty?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, maybe one person, because there's always, I mean, everybody probably has that friend that listens to everything.
Or it's the metalist. Yeah, my girlfriend likes this. I got dragged out. I get that, but for the most part, there was no Nihilist hoodies in there.
No. Just mine.
Is that original lookie or is that a bootleg? Boots are best, we know around here, though.
That's right. Hey, it's a Nihilist hoodie. I don't care
the logo's on it.
Official or not. It's not like they're around to make them. So
no, they're not. I'm gonna hell.
I wanted one, so I got one.
Did you ever do work with them? Any Nicky Anderson or anything like that?
I did do one Entomb tour, but it was after he was gone. So it was Peter. Don't ask me to pronounce his name, but he was in that band Face Down. I think he played in some of the later Merciless records.
Okay.
But yeah, so I did an Entomb tour. It was the Inferno tour.
What year was that about?
2005 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah.
What about I mean, I would have been a lot of fun for me just being a fan and just funny because three of them brothers, three of us brothers. It's like, how was it with touring with Krisiun?
It was fun because I mean, for the most part they get along. You know what I mean? It's like there wasn't, and they talk Portuguese, so when they were arguing, I didn't need to pay attention anyway. Yeah. But I was always fuck with them. Hey, if I hear Woody, then you're going to start talking English. You know what I mean? So if I hear my name in these fucking arguments, we're going to start talking
Who out
English.
of the three of them, because there had to be one, like who would, in general, would get the grumpiest?
I don't know. Like, for the most part, you guys know them too. They're
but I didn't see them day on, day out, getting out of their hotel room.
Usually if there was an argument, it would be Alex and Moises. And then Max would kind of sit off to the side. And he would usually just say something quick, and it was over with. So I don't know if he was always like, he would just take whatever side he agreed with, and then the argument was over at that point.
Okay.
But there wasn't a whole lot of arguments at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, just
really smooth tour. I mean, I think I was telling you earlier, like when my first tour with them, it's like I rented the Cruise America, and Century Media put like $8,000 in my bank account, and away we went. You know, and that was like their tour support to start off with. You know.
Okay.
But that was
well, and having said that too, yeah, because it's actually perfect talk about all the time on this channel. You can confirm or deny then when I say on this channel all the time about the goddamn TISH. Nobody gave a fuck in the early 2000s, at least not to the degree that they do now, because you did full-blown tour with them, travel the whole goddamn country.
Yeah, it was definitely, so, I mean, the area... What was he,
because I only see Cleveland. My question to you is, well, goddamn Brewski for Nihilist, goddamn it.
Right.
And of course, I got nothing. Oh, I did get it. I got a crappy-ass fucking Aldi's Modella.
When you're hanging out talking...
He gets craft beer. Piss warm, too, right? Woody, what about piss warm sodas?
She gave it to you how you like it, man. Nice and warm. The only thing is she didn't roll it around on the ground first.
What did C-Dog give you when you come over to the house, Charity?
Some piss warm sodas.
But he had frosty ones for himself, right?
Of course. Well, I didn't put it into comments to make sure you put it in the fridge the night before. So that's what I get.
Yep.
That's right.
When I used to drive over to pick up the orders. So.
And then the other, you probably don't know this, when you're driving, it was something we were drinking. We were drinking something. You're like, fuck it. I don't know why we had a like a ongoing thing for like a few months. Our mom was getting, or maybe we just requested to get it. It was the can. I don't even remember if you guys remember this. The pink lemonades. Oh yeah. We're like, oh, these are fucking badass, and like mom would get them, and then Woody's ripping on us. He's like, fucking guys got fucking pink drinks. Man, a real man don't wear pink drinks. I was like, well, it's not much different. I was like, you're drinking your drinks technically yellow. He's like, that's right, like goat piss.
So.
Just said it.
But real quick though, just so we kind of got out of sync there though. But when you guys first started your label, you did it out of your bedrooms.
Yeah. Well, so, our parents' bedroom. Yeah.
So I would, basically Jim, Kanye, or whatever, we would just go down to their house and pick up the stuff. So that's why I was going to your parents' house when you guys started out of the bedroom.
Because we met you through Jim, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because you guys were roommates for a little while. So a little backstory for people like, oh, because, Kanye, rest in peace. We met Jim first. Jim introduced us to Don. Then we met you, I can't remember if I met you first or Don, but it was in that area all around the same time.
I think we actually went down to your house one time. That's where I met you.
And that's where
Jim had to go down there for something.
So the first time we met was at our parents' house.
Yep, I think so.
Well, first it was like we'd come over to Kanye's, and it was just like you were just the guy hiding out in the attic. You know, it's like,
Can I ask a question really quick? Like, what did your parents think about you hanging out with like old ass men?
Oh, Elcat asked, what did our parents think about us hanging out with old ass men? I mean, I think because they met people like Woody, and they thought he was respectable, and he wasn't in there. He just did fucking coke and out of his mind, and walking in like this one fucking. Well, I can say his name. He's a fucking idiot. That idiot Ray. When we're 14 and shit, he shows up with the big thing. Fuck your god. I think it was astronaut actually shirt.
My God.
It's like, granted, yeah, we have shirts similar, but for fuck's sakes, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's your first time here, like.
Yeah, make that
Dan's
good
not
impression.
gonna say anything, but it's not like use some fucking brains.
With the fuck God shirt on.
Yeah, but it was the neck to ass print too. Yeah. Fuck your guy. It's like this fucking buffoon.
But Woody, what did you think like going to these kids' parents' house?
Yeah, I probably thought you were some pedophile.
She's asking like basically what he think coming over to here us were these kids. Like, yeah, I guess that's. What did you think about us just being these little kids? Like, were you like, what the fuck?
No, I thought it was cool. Like what you guys were doing.
Baxter said people made fun of us.
Yeah.
I didn't.
He didn't give me that list of names, by the way.
Well, what would they make fun of you guys about?
He didn't give details. He just watch my videos. He's just back in the day, it's just these kids.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys all just kind of hanging out by the buses, waiting for the autographs.
First off, we weren't waiting by the buses. Oh well, what the fuck were you supposed to do if they're hanging on their bus in the goddamn canoe?
Maybe that's what they were talking about.
Hey, you need a signature. You need a goddamn signature. Right. What the fuck are you supposed to do? I can't help it. Danny Filth wasn't running around the goddamn crowd.
Right.
Well, I'm just trying to think of what they would be making fun of. Maybe just standing out there waiting for autographs. No,
it's
we
like
weren't.
Just the age gap, because I think how old are you now?
47.
47. Yes. At that time, it was a good.
Yeah, because even though it's actually not that significant, because I'll be 40 and I'm the youngest. The thing is but when you came over, I'm 14 and you're like 20 or whatever, 21. A 21-year-old is any context hanging out with a 14-year-old is kind of like, what?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, hell, like when we used to go out to eat once in a while, you don't even think about the age. You know what I mean? You guys are into what I'm into. We're out having a good time.
Yeah, I think that's the answer. Yeah, because it was Lindsay that asked for the viewers. I remember when I met Dwayne Morris, he was the first person other than that fucking knob Ray met at shows, but talking to Dwayne quite a few. I think on the third or fourth time we were talking and I was at a show, so third or fourth time show meeting him, and I'm just like, yeah, man, I got to get up in the morning and go to school. He's like, yeah, like what college did you go to? Like, no, I'm in high school. He's like, high school? He's like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 14. 14? It's like, how old do you think I was? Like, I don't know, 21, 20? I'm like, oh, no. So, I didn't realize you guys, I remember in Point Blank said it was at the Fantasy. I think it was at that Dark Moon show. Remember that thing that was this ghost town, not a motherfucker there, and went forever, and it was super late. And he's like, oh, no, I didn't realize you guys were that young.
Do you remember how that night went down?
I remember being just, what the fuck? Why is it taking forever?
We came straight from Grandma's funeral. It was right over the show.
Oh, I remember both scenarios, but I didn't remember.
Grandma Horrible died, and we were in the area, and it was like, oh, she was dead in her fucking house.
And it was Dark Moon at the place in the boat. Was that the Fantasy?
We just changed clothes in the car and ran
What's
out
that?
the show.
Upper level?
Yeah. So it's
Okay,
that
yeah.
shit-ass apartment, yeah.
But I mean, Jim was a few years older than me too.
Yeah, so if Jim was alive, he'd be what, 52?
Probably, yeah, somewhere around there. So, but yeah, he's a few years older than me. So I mean, he was even.
Yeah, but with him, I think, and I think that's what our parents took too. It was so obvious that he was so personable that he went up to everybody, like, no matter what. He was almost too open. I'm like, yeah, but dude, you like the jackasses too. He talked to fucking everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it was kind of like
everybody was a potential fan, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Potential customer.
Yeah.
Out those blank LP
Here's a Spawn of CD, man.
Yeah, Spawn CD, Schnauzer 7-inch.
Yep, Spawn of Satan CD. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
this is when he gives you a blank cover. What am I doing with this?
Oh, no, the fold outs, that was great. Even Don, it was the Nunsalter Hex extra picture disc covers. It was the fold outs, and Don's like, dude, this fucking. It was at the show, but I remember Don's like, dude, this fucking buffoon just handing them out like they're flyers at the show. He's like, so you know what you're gonna see, dude, at the fucking door of the club, the garbage can, that's gonna be all sticking out.
piled up,
It's like, who's,
laying on the bar and shit.
yeah, he's like, who's carrying that around all night?
I'm surprised he wasn't like putting them under people's windshield wipers out in the parking lot that they used to do.
Dude, you know the Don line with fucking. It was because he did it with Us for Hells, the Spawn of Satan Bloodsick CD, the first CD we did. How picky Jim was.
It was LP covers. We had
No,
LP.
this is before LP covers.
Yeah, the
This is the
dots.
CD. No, fuck that. This is way before that. This was the CD
I
pressing.
don't remember this.
Well, because I was the one that had to sort that.
He
That
was probably taking a
Dude,
magnifying
he
glass
did.
out.
When he got
going
his
over the
copies,
cover.
he's like, "There's bad covers. You gave me bad covers." I'm like, "What do you mean, gave me bad covers? They got dots on
Yeah,
them."
the dots. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but so what he did is, I want to see all of them. He went through the entire batch,
Yeah.
entire with basically a fucking magnifying
I was
glass,
there,
no joke.
Yep.
And he gave us each piles. He broke down all files. He's like, "Here's the good pile.
These are acceptable.
He's like, this is the maybe pile if you have to, and this is the bad pile, unacceptable." And so that's what he did for us. I'm like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. And I remember meeting Don like later. I'm like, dude, can you believe this guy? Oh, yeah, dude. He did that with Nunslaughter too. Yeah, here's your good pile. Here's your maybe pile. Here's your shit pile. He's like, yeah. When he leaves,
Yeah.
Just make sure you get some of the good file.
just mix them all
No,
back.
the
So let's bring this in. Woody, you have been with the best bands in the world. Like, what? Let's talk about that.
all right. What do you want to talk about?
Well, to confirm or deny my TISH theory. No one
Oh,
gave
yeah,
a shit
no,
back then.
no,
It's a
on
bunch
that-
of fucking posers
On
now.
that tour, we were not playing nice venues. And
How,
there
but
was,
how many? Again, I only saw the Cleveland crowd. Maybe we went to an out towner here and there. I don't even think we did for Mortician. But let's just say, you saw L.A., you saw New York. How many people on average were at a Mortician show in 2001
outside
or
of
so?
the big markets, the shows were great in Chicago.
What's great in Chicago? Like,
I think we played. God, I can't remember the name of the venue. It was probably like 300-400 for
Okay.
and it wasn't even in Chicago. It was outside of town on that tour. But we played. I think we played the Whiskey a Go Go on that tour. It was packed.
Okay.
But outside of that, like I think we played Little Rock, Arkansas. There's probably like 50 people.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm telling you, the Chainsaw Tour with Skinless. You remember that, Eric, right?
Sure.
10 people, right?
Oh, no. You're
60
talking
my
about
ass. There's
tour.
no way. If you're counting.
Tour.
Huh?
You're talking about the Wind of Rain?
The first time we saw Mortician, Chainsaw Dismemberment, October, with Skinless, 1999, 100% positive. There was, I'm not even joking, there was 20 people watching them. And I remember it. 'Cause
The Flying Machine ones, yes.
yeah, that's what, it wasn't the Flying Machine. That was the very first time we saw Mortician.
Right. That was, yeah,
So,
it's
Woody,
crickets.
what was
Total
your
crickets.
first-
Chasey boy, 60 people. 60 my fucking ass.
Woody,
He was smoking that potent shit that night. There's no way there were 60
Woody,
goddamn
What
people.
was the first?
I'd say it's about 20.
Immolation was the first
Was
tour.
the first?
Even
They
Immolation was
they
crickets.
they
Total
got.
crickets.
Immolation
And how
Sinister.
did
It was
you?
nothing.
How did you come about that? Like,
I met them on the Here and After tour, and it was funny
what
because
were you already doing?
I wasn't doing anything.
So how did you meet them?
So I met them on the Here and After tour, and I actually bought a shirt at the first time I met them.
And you were just like, hey, let me sell your merch.
Not even like I just bought it, walked away. Well, I
So you
took
met Immolation first just as a fan.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Because I worked at a record store and all that stuff, but I'd go to a lot of shows. But basically, I bought the shirt and just buy it, walk away. Well, took it home and washed it, and all the print came off the back. I was like,
Sold
what
you a
the
lemon.
fuck? I was like, what the fuck? But so the next time they came through, it's like I took it up there. I'm like, hey,
I want a return, bro.
I was like, I bought this shirt, and all the ink, and they were like, no question, like, yeah, we had a bad batch of shirts. You want another one? There wasn't even like a question about it. So they just gave me another one, started talking. Next thing you know, like they come back around on the next tour, Failures for Gods, and they had some real young
That's when we
kid,
first saw him. Was
real
Phillips.
young kids selling merch.
I remember him.
I think his
Yeah.
name was Manny.
Yeah, he was.
He's ragging on Cradle of Filth.
He's ragging on Cradle of Filth. He's like when a
Danny
band.
Phil
He's like
is so
no.
hot.
He's like when a band fucking changes drummers, they're done. I'm like, it's more like the vocalist do, but whatever. You're wrong. He's like Slayer Diabolos, music is great. I'm like, you're definitely fucking wrong.
Right.
I was like, this guy's an idiot. I was like, who hired this fool? I don't
Yeah,
know.
so-
Maybe you liked him.
No,
Okay. I thought the same thing.
He's his buddy.
I'm not a black metal guy anyway. So
Yeah,
I don't like
but you like Nick.
Nick Barker?
Yeah.
Oh, he's killer.
That's
man.
your boy. He's
Yep.
black metal though,
He's a
dude.
great guy. Great guy. No, he hasn't been in a black metal band in a while.
Still was in it. He was in the COF.
Yeah, but he left. so.
Still, then he left for Damu. And that's a step. That's a,
So
maybe
what-
possibly
Yeah,
a
but he
little
ended
bit
up being
there.
a lockup and
Well, he's
better stuff. So
what's that? No, I know, but
Hey.
Woody just doesn't like any of it, so I got to fuck with him.
good people are good people, man.
Woody's got a terrible taste in music.
It's my taste of music.
So what
Stoked for the new
like
hypocrisy.
you've been like
Oh,
in
God.
the
Anyone's
in the
stoked for that?
presence of amazing bands, right?
Yep.
So Justin, can you say that? 'Cause I don't
She
know.
asked to use president of amazing bands.
So what is your like favorite band to be a roadie for?
I mean, working with Slayer was pretty cool.
I'm sure the paycheck was too.
Yep. It was very good. And being able to just, they're like, if you want something, just take it. Because when
Like,
you're
I want
working
that.
for the,
I want that half of that envelope.
when you work, we met, on a big tour like that, you get paid percentage. So there'd be nights where you make it $1,000 just the percentage.
Oh, oh wow.
Yep. That's like, you're just a merch guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm just a merch guy. Little did that guy know, I got $1,000 in my pocket just from vending that day.
Yeah.
There wasn't I remember everyone was always ragging on the fanny pack at that era.
Now when it's
Hey,
stuffed
man.
with cash, right?
Everybody would have loved to have the money in that fanny pack. More money than they ever seen in their life in that fanny pack.
I know, but I think you were like one of the few people that are proudly wearing that thing around.
Hey, you can only have so many pockets. You can't just be stuffing.
When they're
wads of
jam-packed.
cash. Yep.
So Slayer was the best. What was the worst?
I mean, you can't. Well, I don't. I'm weird. I don't really have best. Like
I don't
a lot of the tours
Who was
were
deplorable?
good.
Where you're like, oh my god,
The
shoot me in
worst.
the face.
Conditions.
There was two bands that one band I basically left was
Left in the middle of the tour?
Necrophagist.
No, necrophagius.
Yeah. That dude was an idiot. So
I don't
just
know.
had to-
Personally. The relapse.
terrible. Yeah. Like I didn't want to do the tour because like, how much do you want? And I told him like, I can't do it. I'm like, all right. And then he called me back and like, all right, they're going to do it. And I'm like, okay. And we made it about, I don't know, 2 weeks. And I knew I had a good friend of mine in San Antonio. And then that was the day where I was like, I'm done, man. I had my buddy pick me up. I said, I'll finish the tour.
What was so outlandish, unless you don't want to say?
Just, the singer had his girlfriend out with him, and she was like just being a pain in the ass, basically. And then that day was the final straw because we were playing the White Rabbit in San Antonio, and when you're on a bus tour, you're putting your driver in a hotel room every night. You know what I mean? So I'd always try to keep the drivers close, because back then you didn't have Ubers and shit. It was taxi cabs and stuff. And I was like, hey, told the driver, I said, look, let me know about this hotel. It's close, but if you don't like it, let me know and I'll put you in another one. Well, he went, didn't say anything. So then the singer and his girlfriend at the time, they wanted where's the driver at? We want to get a room. We don't want to hang out here because the White Rabbit's small, hot, shitty, they probably just wanted to get out of the heat or whatever. So I told them. They went there and they came back to like, oh, that hotel room's fucking terrible, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, hey, I told the driver if he didn't like it to let me know. And she's like, well, you would stay in a hotel like that. I was like, all right. I basically called the manager after that. I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm going home, So I left the tour. My buddy.
How many dates were left?
Probably like 2 weeks or something.
Okay. It's still a decent amount of time.
Yeah, it's just like, look, I told you what I needed for the tour. You didn't want to pay it. Fine. Then you call me back and say it's cool. And then now you're bitching and complaining. I'm like, look, you didn't have to take me. You know what I mean? You could say we don't want to pay you that. All right.
Yeah.
But I'm here working for the band. I don't work for your girlfriend. So she needs to just stay out of the way.
Yeah.
She should have never been there in the first place.
Girlfriends suck.
That's why they don't tour. They shouldn't be on tour.
Well, who was the other one? You said there was two. So Necrophagius, and who was the other shit show?
Sonata Arctica was bad.
Sonata.
Sonata Arctica. It's
I don't
like
know what the fuck that is.
It's like a power metal band, Finnish power metal band.
Okay.
Because when I work with merch companies, like they would just say, "Hey, we got this band coming out. You want to do it? Sure. This is the money. All right, cool." But they were just dirty. You get up every day on the bus and they're just fucking filth everywhere.
They actually the non-showering guys.
Yeah, they stunk, and but they're just trash and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I got out of my bunk one day and I stepped on a beer bottle in the bunk area. And I'm like, what the fuck, So it got to the point where I told the singer, I was like, man, I think I'm just gonna go. And we worked it out. It's like, look, just clean the fucking bus up. Like, tell your guys to throw shit away. I know they got trash cans in Finland. Fucking use them. You know what I mean? It's like, you just it was
Okay,
just a
so
like
what's
every
your-
cup holder would have you know what I mean? It's just a fucking mess. And I'm like, I just don't like rolling around the trash can.
Yeah.
And that's what it was until he must have talked to him and then figured it out. But I was just like, dude, I'm out of here. I'm quitting. You know, I don't want to.
Well, so how was you did at least one tour with him? How was the fucking got talk about him always bring him on the channel? How was the GB?
Oh, he was fine. Like I was one of the few people that he actually trusted. So I sold.
So were you fucking with me, Lindsay? I actually don't know 100% for sure the dates. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he was. I don't think he's fucking with me. I think he's serious, but I was like, it crossed my mind. Is Columbus go out to the bus like we get made fun of as kids in Corner Woody?
Well, no,
And-
that night sucked because that fucking dude was hanging out. We didn't know.
Well, he was just annoying. But
That
that's-
didn't help though.
No, okay, but I didn't know.
Because you know he would have been a complete moron if Glenn would have came out.
Oh, 100%.
So,
But anyway, so I'm waiting about the thing outside the bus. Woody walks on the bus, talks to Glenn. He's like, yeah, he's on the phone. He's coming on out. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm looking at my watch. It's 1 a.m. I'm like, who the fuck's on the phone at 1 a.m.? But I was just a few minutes. But then a half hour went by, and I'm like, I'm going home, man. I got an hour and a half drive. And I'm 10 minutes on the fucking road. And he's like, here, he's out, man. He's asking where you're at.
He was. I swear to God,
I was like,
yeah.
he's totally fucking with me. He's like, he's not asking where you're at.
No.
You should ask him.
No, because I had told him you had some vinyl that
Yeah.
you wanted him to sign, but he was back on the phone,
Yeah.
talking to maybe his wife or whatever.
Where's
And-
he at?
Yep, where's your boy at? I was like, oh, he got tired. He had to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I waited 30 fucking minutes. I'm like, he's not coming. Who's on the phone at 1 a.m. for 30
Oh, I
fucking
should have
minutes?
said, hey, Glenn, the dog's waiting outside. Oh, my, hey,
My
let me call you
bad.
back, honey. I can't keep the dog waiting.
No, he's gonna be, who?
Hey, the dog's out here, man. Tell your wife to call her later.
You want me to meet with some jackass named Dog?
Right.
I don't want to meet this guy.
Blue dog's out there?
Yeah, cool dog. Well, so did he just on tour? Is he just all business, or is he grumpy, or fucking is he funny? Or I've heard
He's
multiple
more
stories.
like-
Some people say he's the coolest guy in the world, and some people say he's the biggest dick in the world. I've heard both ways.
Well, I mean, we all have good and bad days.
That's what I assume,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But it just, people act a lot differently around him. You know what I mean? Like, just doing stupid shit, immature, not even immature, just annoying shit. It's like, he can't really walk through the crowd and stuff because just people,
Yeah.
going crazy and stuff. But, I mean, does he handle every situation perfectly? No. But if you go up to him and you're just
Cordial.
nice to him,
Yeah.
like the first time I met him, I was like, hey, can you sign my poster for me, please? And he looked at this other guy. He goes, see, this guy's got manners. You know what I mean?
You know the story when first met me, right? I don't know if I want to say it again, even though I did on camera, because I'm trying to get an interview.
Oh,
with the guy.
no. Was it at the Odeon show? That wasn't the
No,
first time you
no.
met him.
Even that one he got was like,
Even,
oh,
dude, I,
Yeah, but he
dude, I had to turn him around by his arm to
Yeah,
get
but
that fucking photo.
If he would have stopped in that
Yeah.
crowd, it would have been.
No, I get it.
I know.
His mentality was like, I got to make it from here to
You're the
8,
pisser.
so I just want to fucking charge
Hey,
straight.
right, go
You
take
can
a
tell.
leak, you're stopping
You can tell that's what
right.
he's doing. Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I met him in 2001. It was Deicide and Marduk.
Mhm.
Marduk opened up for him. You don't know that story? You say you watch my channel.
You've probably told me, yeah. Well, you probably told me. I probably didn't.
so I
see it.
told him on my channel too.
Yeah.
So
no one's going for all these videos looking for it again.
So, brought all our me, Eric, and Chase. We brought all our Deicide shit to get
Yeah.
signed, and we brought the Cannibal Corpse Butchered at Birth
Yep.
as well, because on Vomit the Soul, he does backing vocals on that.
Yep.
For whatever reason, I mean, he says,
Oh no, yeah. I remember it now. But Barnes used to do the same kind of shit. Like I've seen Chris Barnes sign like cross somebody's face out.
I have it on my CD to this day.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you think? I put that there myself? I mean, granted, I think it's fucking hilarious because I still have it, but
Yeah.
ideally, I would love to bring that up in an interview with him, but I'm talk about throwing him on the bus.
He's a lot more laid back than he used to be.
I think-
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I'll-
Like
I think
when
I'll-
I was out on tour with him, he would be,
But he might be thinking, oh, shit, talking about throwing me under the bus. Those are my friends now. You know what I mean?
No, I just be hilarious. Just bring the CD.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, but that was my first meeting. I'm like, oh, shit. The guy was less than friendly.
No, I mean, I trust me. I've seen him do some stuff. I'm just like, but a lot of times it's like, if fans were just being ridiculous and rambunctious and shit, and he just wasn't in the mood, he would just do whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it, don't care.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk to you, man. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
is it ideal? No, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point. But now he would probably say he's just different now when it comes to talking to the fans and just being laid back about shit. You know?
Yeah. All right, what are we at, cameraman? Wood-Dawg's on a fucking tight schedule.
That's right.
29.
29. Oh, you're 9 minutes over, motherfucker. You're getting 9 minutes chopped off.
Well, I don't
Gotta get in.
want to keep the dog from going to bed, so
Well,
I know
he's
he's got
already
a
past that.
schedule to keep.
Yeah.
Got to
So-
get up and go to the gym in the morning.
Anything to add in?
Oh no, man! Just proud of you guys, seeing you guys grow as a company over the years, and just cool to see where you guys are at. And apparently, you're gonna make another addition to the warehouse, make it a little bit bigger again.
Chasey boys all over. If he's got a magic wand, I'll kick the other guy out. then
And
yeah, I guess.
maybe we'll have to do another one with more just stick to the tour questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, well, put in the comments. What'd you think? Or did Wood-Dawg bore the living fucking shit out of you? Man, this guy sucks. I don't give a fuck what he has to
right.
say. Fuck him and his bootleg nihilist fucking
That's
hoodie.
right.
I got an original from '87. Fuck him. Put in the comments, goddammit. Later.